Trading futures is extremely risky. It's not suitable for all investors. Anything that I do or say here today is for educational purposes only. It's not meant as trading or investment advice. Good morning. Happy Friday. We got some good levels to trade from. Yesterday was really picture perfect in terms of crude oil. We've been looking for that break and hold north of 61.50 to move into 63. We made that happen, and overnight we've not been able to, well, that was the destination for the market. That was that into the close, and then overnight has not been able to breach 63. So obviously that 62.90, 63 area is huge level for this market right now. Pretty quiet as we come into the open. If you just look at this as a price action chart, you can, it's pretty clear. Get my marker here that we've got this main kind of balance here. So this is what, as profile people, we would call our immediate recent balance. And it's something that, we're going to be choppy inside this range until something changes. So that's that. But this market, in terms of where we've been the past several days, something changed yesterday after that inventories number came out. And it's different, right? This market had really spent, the past 4 days going nowhere. This, you could just call this in general, this type of thing here, including the first half of the day yesterday, right? Just kind of inside this general zone here, and something's different now. We have a dual distribution yesterday, so we can keep an eye on both of those. Obviously, we have single prints from here to here yesterday. Overall, I'm bullish on this market, but we know that this 63 line in the sand is really important. My first hypo on the day would be for us to push and get into the 63 for that type of trade, to either here or here, but really kind of 64 is the bigger picture next area I'd look for, but obviously potential destinations there and there. If we attempt to get up into 63 and fail, there's some places that we can kind of ping pong in between, between the 63 area all the way back down to this kind of confluent zone that we had been looking at before, which was right here. Haven't even changed the level on the chart, 61.90. So if we fail here, I think there's a potential for the movement down into there. So that would be hypo 2. I think I'll just throw out those 1 and 2 for you today. We are bullish this market overall. Confirmed, Harry, in terms of that VPOC for the year. Obviously, sellers still active from our 62.94. Will be interesting to see what kind of strength buyers have as we try and push back up from here. Slowly gathering clues as the day progresses. Put on a short scalp into 71. You can clearly see that volume ledge building 71. It's the VPOC for the day. If the sellers run out of juice here, there's certainly going to be, myself included, some trapped shorts. See a little mini squeeze back over 80. That's a real possibility. My finger is on the trigger to exit this this position. If I start to see that flat, not much of a squeeze there. I'll hit the bids here if it drops a couple more cents. Got back in the short. Dunzo. Scaled a little out into 63. ETH VWAP found some buyers there, whipped it. Buyers in control immediately right now. Scratch out the rest of the trade here. It's just not a trade location I was in love with. Obviously, the rejection from our most important level today. Buyers not able to get anything done, so we could see this drop coming, but beyond that, now that buyers have taken control again, just not really loving trading in the middle of this upper distribution. So I'm going to stand aside there. Happy to take the little bit of profits we could, little 10 cents on a third of the position there. All right, buyers trying to put something together here. We got resistance just overhead. Let's see what we can do. Sellers showing up again. Looks like a battle up here. Much more volume is being traded up here in the 90s than on this initial time that we tested it. Even I myself, guys, just had a thought that was just a flash in the pan in my brain just now of what if this breaks through this area and does not give me an opportunity to get involved. It just keeps going. Probably, you know, the difference is where I'm at now versus where I was 5 years ago would be that back then could possibly affect my actions. I may have just bought the high right there, and now I'm underwater 7 cents and, you know, frustrated. Now I violated my process. That wasn't a real valid entry for me, blah, blah, blah. FOMO, right? My human brain just had that thought of, what if this goes without me? And I can tell you that I can't tell you how quickly that thought was just totally bypassed. And I can tell you probably years of pain and different things have aided with that. But it's things like that, they pop up and then boom, they're just gone. They don't have the remote chance of affecting my actual decisions. So for those of you that aren't in that type of place yet, and these impulses and different whatever emotional thought that can pop into your brain, it is driving some things you're doing. How do you improve that? Well, it starts with a pen and a piece of paper. It starts with journaling those thoughts, even if you don't realize it until afterwards that it's taken over what you just did. Write it down, note it, try and study the situation. What led to it? What thoughts did you have that led to this error? Build up a case over time. Start to observe yourself, notice the patterns, notice the thoughts, and then as G Trader is pointing out, you start to build that self-awareness so that you can more quickly identify in real time the thoughts, and they can come and they can pass rather than come and affect and disrupt. All right, guys, I've got to step away, but we're seeing the buyers that have taken control, working this thing higher, but kind of compressing, if you will, into this 63 zone. We know that's the very critical line in the sand for today. I think I've laid out my hypos at the beginning of the video, and we know what opportunities that we'll be stalking. So it's been a great week. Just so many new people in the room. I have really not had to get on to anyone about, I just want to thank you guys for coming in and just fitting right in with the culture and not posting garbage and hindsight stuff. And even the guy that has been posting like hindsight things, he's doing it from more of a review perspective, saying, I thought this was a good opportunity, and he's got some nice annotations on the charts. So it's quality stuff. Appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. But I'll be around in the chat the rest of the day. Cheers.
Many people want to be traders. They're passionate about markets, but they don't know how to accomplish the goal of being a successful trader. They don't know the path to achieve that goal. And it's easy to want to be a trader, but that doesn't mean it'll be easy to be one. And there's no easy path to any form of greatness, but there is a path. SMB Futures gives traders a way to move their trading forward, a way to rise above all those who try and fail. Whether you're just starting out or an established veteran, we have a place to plug you into our system and keep you moving forward down the right path. Maybe you need to connect with successful traders. Maybe you need training to develop mental toughness or find edge. Maybe you're ready to trade on our team, either remotely or on our New York desk, where you're backed by large amounts of capital, provided with world-class professional technology, where you work with a risk manager that knows you, within a culture of coaching and mentoring, at a firm that takes all the downside risk while encouraging you to become the best version of yourself. For those with the courage to make the journey, SMB Futures is here to move your trading forward.